No.
Recording in progress. Okay, we are recording. So now you're going to be recorded. Everything that you say can and will be used against you in the tribunal. All right. Maybe God's tribunal, who knows? But yeah, good evening. Welcome to Friend while we're still finishing our tech problems over there. With some help of Incarnated, maybe some other forces can come over here and solve the problem. Who knows? Yeah, not much going on. We are just, as usual, just please sign fun over there. We still COVID, situation going on. So we still have to have your name and number in case of, God forbid, anything happen around here with COVID. A library is just that available for you. A really good books over there. I am commit myself to read most of them. So if you need any guidance to know some of books, if it's good, not good, every book is good. It's gonna bring you something, but like, the story and how do you say enredo in English? Huh? Plot. Thank you. That's what I meant. What I want, like the plot of it. Some of them are more like funny, easygoing reading. Others are more dense and deep, like theoretical books. So yeah, I'm having to commit myself to try to read most of them this year. It's working 1 a week, getting there. Tonight we have Rodrigo, old son of Pesky. He's been away for a while, but he's coming back, and we are not gonna let him go. He's gonna be talk about self-reform. When in doubt, just be grateful. And pretty much that's it. We are here every Tuesdays nights from 7. We are doing a gospel at home Thursdays at 9 p.m. through WhatsApp group. So if you wanted to join us, you can do your prayers at home with your family, by yourself, but we never alone on that. We always have the support of our friends from the spiritual world. And I think that's it. Good evening for everyone there on Zoom. We have a few people over there. Welcome. And yeah, anyone would like to do an initial prayer tonight? It's always like that. No one want to raise their hands. I'll start to pointing. It's easier when we have more people, then I can just point. It's much easier. But now I put people on the spot. But that's right. I can do the prayer. So I just would like to invite you guys to close your eyes and open your hearts to celebrate this night, to celebrate life, to celebrate faith. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything that you put on our way. We are grateful for so many things, even the stones that we found on the journey. They are necessary to build our castles, to build our path. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the spirits that are present here, the original tutors of this land that we call home, Australia. We are grateful for your presence and for everything that you represent. Thank you to the mentors of this house that protect this place and give us the light and allow us to have this meeting tonight. We are grateful for our friends, brothers and sisters that are in the spiritual world, that just like us, gathering here tonight to listen, to enjoy, and to grow. We are grateful for you. May this be a blessed night, that our hearts and our bodies will receive whatever we need, because God knows you. He knows your needs. He knows your heart. He knows your feelings. And He knows what is necessary for you. And this night you will receive it. So we are grateful for that. With a deep breath in and release, we say thank you. So be it.
tonight we're going to, actually, good evening to who is online with us at the moment, Gisele, Barbara as well. Tonight we're going to talk about gratefulness. So the title, as it suggests, when in doubt, be grateful. And I've separated some ideas according to the gospel as well. So there are so many chapters in the gospel discussing the topic, but also I brought some other ideas from other mentors, gurus, spiritual gurus that will help us and enlighten us understanding a little bit more about the topic and how to practice in our daily routines. So the first thing that I would like to show you is observing this word cloud. So this was an exercise that I've done first, just to have this idea of what are the words related to gratefulness that is being used on the internet and social media overall, and related to that in hashtags and comments and mentions on Instagram, Facebook, and so on. So some of the stuff that it comes up with that is, as we can see, family, happiness, health, sadness, enemy, life, illness, prosperity, suffering, well-being, joy, nature, boss, pain, finances, job, atonement, and friend. So very interesting synonyms, let's put like this, for good and bad, or yeah, let's say like that, which is very interesting, isn't it? So have you ever thought about, okay, gratefulness? Normally we would think that it's just great words, like yeah, positive things related to that, but not every single time. So these are some examples then of reasons for gratitude or complaint for on our part, you know. So from us, we can have few reasons for being grateful or just for being for complaining every single time. And anything actually can be a reason to thank or complain if we analyze, but it just depends on the point of view, right, of each person. What we usually complain about, I mean, we usually complain about everything, even if it is a good or bad thing. So this is, sorry? Yeah, we all do. And when we are not complaining, that's awkward. Which is very interesting. I mean, I've put few notes here for me on my side, and then I can just keep reading for you, but to have some more ideas. I've put like I mean, when it rains, we complain that it's a bad weather. So we actually should be thankful that it's raining, because it will help like saving us from the drought, for instance. So when it's sunny, we complain because it's too hot. So it's 40 degrees or it's 30 and something. It's, oh my God, I can't support that. The other thing that I've put, like which is very common, when it's night, we would like it to be day. On the other hand, when it's day, we are bothered by the desire for the night to come soon. So I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to be in bed, isn't it? So I have this feeling most of the days as well. And yeah, exact. So this feeling of not being satisfied with small things during the day is very common to all of us. Another thing that I've put here is about the time. So which is another interesting topic. Like if the time passes too quick, we're going to complain, suggesting that the day should have at least 36 hours or more. anymore. So we would have time to do whatever we need to and then rest. On the other hand, if if the time is too slow, we are sorry for the slowness of God Chronos. So it's like oh my God, I can't help it. So why it's not passing so fast as I wanted? You know, this is another complaint added to the routine. And then in order to understand the essence of gratefulness, is actually important to analyze why, what are the reasons that we are complaining every single time, you know? So to understand gratefulness, we need to look at the complaints as well. And one of the lectures that I was watching the other day, I'm gonna mention him in the next slide, is about TEDx lectures. And there was a guru there called David, and he was talking about if you're not happy, why you're not happy yet, and being grateful at the same time, which was very interesting. It's like 15-20 minutes, it's worth it. And then he suggests, instead of complaining about these small things during the day, shall we do the opposite? So shall we start doing the opposite? Like, all right, it's a beautiful sunny day, thank God. So we're, as you just said in the prayer, we're in a blessed land. So sunny here is amazing. It's sunny coast for a reason. Of course, there is the rainy times, but start thinking of this way. That might help you just to turn that key that is necessary for having the gratefulness feeling in your life, introducing it in small steps. So let's further explore this subject. The first question that comes then is, how is the connection between happiness and gratefulness? So, any ideas? What is the connection? Do you have any idea about that? This is a very nice start, because it's exactly about that man says in the lecture. And he starts, so many people say that when you are happy, you are grateful. And then he says, but think again, is it really the happy people that are grateful? So let's put like this. We, on the one hand, we all know people that have everything in life. So they have all the reasons to be happy and grateful. But for some reason, despite the fact that they have everything already, they are always wanting something else. They're not happy, like completely happy, satisfied, yes. So they always want more. We always want more in our lives. So if you're not happy with that, I want more of that, or I want more of the same stuff that I already have. Why? You know, sometimes it's just too much. And the point that he makes is, for me, it made so much sense. I feel like goodness, I never stopped to think like that. And then on the other hand, we have people that have been through so many misfortune in life, and they still, despite all that, they are happy somehow. So this is the point. Having the misfortune and they still being happy after all. Why? Because there is small opportunities for them that they see, they look at that and they're like, okay, I still have a chance to get out of the situation that I'm currently in, and then step above. So why not? And then when we have everything already, we just can't see it. Seems like we're kind of blind, or I don't know, it's something just blocking our view for that sense of life. And then surprisingly enough, these people that are misfortune are deeply happy because they are grateful, as I said. So then, okay, so I've got all the sentences in there. It says, so it's not actually happiness that makes us grateful, but the opposite. So being grateful is the thing that makes us happy. So gratefulness comes first and happiness second as a result of. So what is the meaning behind all that is, instead of complaining or always wanting, wishing for more, you're gonna stop looking for what you already got and being grateful for that. So the other things that your mind want will naturally come. So we will start coming for you, and for no reason. It will. So this is very, very nice the way that he put that. His name is David. I'm not sure about the pronunciation of the surname though. It is Stendhal Rust or something like this. So he's a monk and an economical scholar. Very cool. I super recommend it. And I separated also a sentence from Divaldo Franco, because I found so rich materials in Portuguese, especially from Divaldo Franco, and then Angelina. D'Angeli, oh my god, yeah, Joana D'Angeli, sorry, and she wrote so many books about that and stuff. So it's a very rich material. And then I'm gonna mention along the lecture. So in this case, Divaldo Franco reminds that being grateful is not gratitude and retribution. So it goes like a straight through what we usually think that gratefulness is about, right? So so it's like okay, so gratitude and retribution. So it's not like that. So what is that then? And then he says gratitude is multiplied by the actions that we are expressed when doing something good to others. So and then we start thinking of the topic selfishness. So instead of doing just for yourself, think about the others as well, and then start being grateful for what you do because you're doing something good for the other without expecting something. And then beautiful, that's it, you wait for the opportunity. And then I've put another point in here that Jesus, even Divaldo Franco mentioned that in the article, but he said that Jesus taught gratitude by saying that men should do to each other what they would like to be done to them, right? So we always have to we expect good things to be done for us, right? Of course, I'm going to do good things for other people. And at this point, Divaldo adds, love magnifies. Humanity collects many names of grateful individuals. And then he mentions the example of Francisco de Assis. So I think, and I totally agree. Yeah, he's one of the most grateful but a generous person in history. And then with his generosity and extremely grateful for life and for nature, this is an amazing example for us. So you just live and you observe the world around you instead of being wishing for more stuff every single time. Yeah, and Divaldo put that in a spectacular way in his article. And yeah, it's even a mention to the gospel according to Spiritism as well, which was very, very interesting. Okay, and then I still separated some reflection regarding gratitude from him. He says, higher spirits, when doing good, do so in gratitude to God, who allows them to act in good, being good to all. So, what does that mean? The good spirits, the higher spirits, are going to act and helping us in here because they are just grateful to God, you know, and they want us to be well. So they wish us well. And then that's why they are high spirits. Gratitude then imprints on being an extraordinarily strong feeling that makes it impossible to remain apathetic. So apathetic, or it means apart from everything else around you. So the gratefulness has this power. You won't be disconnected from other stuff around you. All right. So you start having this feeling of, okay, I recognize, I accept, and I just be grateful for that. That's it. It means that gratitude, in addition to the well-being it produces, makes the individual start to perceive the others with the feeling of love. So love, the other lecture that we always have here, pretty much. So when someone does you good, give thanks to, and then do good to others. Gratitude is generous, Divaldo Franco says. So, and he emphasizes that in the Spiritist doctrine, the gratitude is present there in the sense of the teachings, the orientations of the higher spirits, and the clarifications for us that are given in the gospel. And it's since the noble spirits bequeathed to humanity this very rich content of gratitude to God. So it means that the Spiritist doctrine will have all of that in its essence. So in the books, in the spirits helping us every single time. So the essence of gratitude is present there, all right, in the action of a helping. So basically, to start the introduction of the Spiritist doctrine then, and so far, any doubts, any questions, anything that you would like to add? No? So the next part is the gratitude in the Spiritist doctrine, as I was talking. And as I said before, it's very interesting because the gospel brings the topic gratitude in the chapters 13, 14, 17, 28. So, yeah, it's just. I will bring it back. I will be always remind you. And it's like, and that's very nice because the way that they're gonna talk about this in one topic, it's about the family. In another one is about your relationship, and then it's about the life in general. So in this case, I separated there the chapter 28 and the item 28. It's about everything. So they say we must not consider as blessed successes only those things which are of great importance. What does that mean? It's like yeah, it's really big and meaningful for us, like, oh, okay, I want to have a really great job, I want to have a beautiful house. So we all want that. This is not only the Australian dream, it's the Brazilian dream. Have your own house. I think it's the whole world's dreams to have your own house and get out of the rent. So the thing is, it's not only about that. So it says frequently things that are apparently insignificant are those which most influence our destiny. So small things in our routines are the things that are actually going to make the difference. So all of this material stuff, it's good, yes it is, but honestly, is it that important for in terms of spiritism and gratefulness and eternity, yeah. No, it's not. It is something that it's okay, we're gonna have here, it's gonna fulfill our spirit, our physical body, yeah, and our ego, as you said, you are right. But unfortunately, we're not going to go anywhere with all that. So that's why they mention small things. What are these small attitudes, like insignificant, they use? It's like a be grateful for even waking up in the morning. So the video that I separated there, hopefully I will be able to show you. Uh, the guy says that we need to be grateful for waking up every morning, because billions of people, or at least millions, especially now during COVID, are not waking up anymore. So, and yeah, at this point, we start thinking of our friends and family back in Brazil. So we are very blessed to be here. So be grateful that we're in Australia. So, small things again. And it keeps going. Man easily forgets the goodness received, preferring to remember only afflictions, which which is true. It's hard, but it's true. So we just remember what was bad in our lives, in our days. And then it was like, okay, but take this minute now. What was a good thing that happened in your day today, Carmen? One thing. You see, you had a really nice time in there. So that's beautiful. What about you? Done. That feeling of okay, I have this to be done and it's done. It's so relief. So 20 kilos less. And yeah. What about you, Dai? Oh my God, this is a little pleasure of the day. It's a pleasure for the soul. So, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The pleasure for food as well. So blessing that you've got good food. Yeah, that's amazing. How about you? Sorry, I don't know your name. And oh yeah. Oh my God, this is the best. Well, so far, so yeah, we've got a winner, and I had the day off today, guys. If in case the ones online didn't hear, so so, and for you, my darling. Oh, that's amazing. So yeah, and check on them. Check if you check if their if your in-laws are good, are doing well. Yeah, hopefully they are well. So that's awesome. So what about you, Alex? Yeah, very nice and easy. Yeah, not too stressful. Yeah, that's it. So it's yeah, I had a pretty calm day at work as well. So I'm grateful for that. So I'm not so tired. So this is like small things, but makes difference. So you guys that are online now, take this little minute as well to think about that, okay? And be grateful for that as well. So just to finish that paragraph, then we say the gospel says, sorry, if we were to register day by day the many benefits we receive without even having asked for them, look at that, we would be greatly surprised to perceive there are so very many that we have swept from our minds and would feel ashamed of our ingratitude. Isn't it true? Mm-hmm. Oh, he's just our tech.
The line is well with that. It's a, do you know the I never know the name of Pai Nosso in English. Lord that is in heaven. Okay, now it would be hard because I don't know that prayer in English, but in Portuguese I would try to translate that thing. There is the part of on that prayer that we say that Lord I'm trying to translate, sorry, because I know the livrai-nos de todo mal in English. English speakers.
Protect us from evil. Protect us from evil.
It's not protect. It is protection for neighbor.
No, but they will understand.
Yeah, like so. Okay, you guys know what I get again. What I want to get. So on that part of the prayer that I'm not too sure if you guys do every day, but I kind of try to do it. We ask for God to like make us avoid the evil or bad things to come to us, protect us from all the bad, whatever. And then sometimes you're not even grateful because things doesn't happen the way that we want it or the way that we wish, and we don't recognize that we ask it for, because we ask God, please don't let those things, bad things, happen to me. And so it's pretty much we have to be conscious about the things that we pray for and the things that we ask, and be grateful for everything the way that they are, because many times is a greater thing ahead of us, and right now we don't have the conscience of it.
Yeah.
So then when that person was talking about that on the podcast, and I say, that makes sense, because we every time we ask God, like, livrai-nos de todo mal, please protect me of all evil, whatever, we just many times, and I know because many times I picture myself, a picture for myself, oh, it's like a devil or like a catastrophe or like a car accident. And many times are good things, but they are not necessary for me and not going to bring me anything that will, elevate my spirit or elevate my family or whatever I'm involved with. So I think we have to stop and think about that and be grateful for everything the way it is. If you twist your ankle, be grateful for. Maybe you were about to be, yeah, so the things that, just be grateful for everything, and not only the evil things that God avoid to get to you, but many, many, many times what is yours is going to find a way to get to you.
Yeah.
So I think I just turn.
It's
But
just
I try to
no,
make myself clear.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's like a minor things that happen in our routine that we need just to be grateful. It's still, even you said, like when I'm praying and okay, God, Lord, protect me from any kind of evil during my day and my night. So during our sleep, we that know about the spiritism and all that stuff. So, it's good for the feeling of feeling protected, and it's like a cozy hug kind of thing. And then at the same time, it matches perfectly with the next point that I want to make, which is the continuation of that paragraph in the gospel. And it says like this: on lifting up our soul to God each night, we should remember in our innermost self the many favors that He, God, has granted us during the day, and offer thanks for them. But most especially at the moment we receive the effects of His goodness and protection, we should spontaneously bear witness to our gratitude. For this, it is enough that we direct a thought attributing the benefit to Him without even interrupting our work. So it matches perfectly what you said. We have to pray and of course know what you're saying, even if you're not saying out loud, but understand those words, and being redirecting those words straight to Him, and being grateful for Him, because He's looking after us every single moment. Even when you mentioned like a car accident or anything like that, so, or you twist your ankle and then it's like, oh my God, what now? So, all right, you'll be grateful that it was just a minor thing. Otherwise, it could be worse, And there is people way worse than you back in the hospital, for instance. So this exercise of started thinking about that, it's amazing because we're gonna be more aware about what is around us. And at the moment that we step out of the bed, to the moment that we go back into it. So, isn't it? And he's looking at me like, yes, exact. so, so, yeah, it's just amazing.
You're going to be really, sorry, we're going to be really, let's say, one step ahead when we start to see on things that we may judge as a bad thing are in fact a good thing. I know that not everything that we think it's bad, we immediately recognize as bad. We leave it as bad for a long time. We don't embrace it as good, but we leave, then we suffer. But if we persist with the thought that this might be bringing something good for me,
There might be a reason behind that.
exactly,
There's
we
always a
may,
reason.
I don't say that the bad sensation things go away, but we may have what they call the consolation, right? And embrace that pain. It's not easy. It's not. It's very simple to say when we're not living it, but it's
Exercise.
it's a good perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Resilience. Yeah. So yeah, the next slide I've put that the gospel also highlights that the benefits from God are not limited to material things, as we were talking about. So we should also thank Him for the ideas and the happy inspirations that we receive during the day. So when we, like in my case as a journalist, I wanted to write an article, or when we were discussing that before, when I was producing the slides for tonight, I was like, had all the ideas, but where's the inspiration to put it all together in an easy way, you know? And then it just came, the idea. So I'm grateful for that. And a simple thing, like a simple thank you, dear God, for the inspiration of that thought, it's better and says way more than like a huge prayer, like for hours and hours, or whatever, half an hour, 40 minutes, So small sentences, small gratitude signs says a lot. And God doesn't need more than that. It's simple. And sometimes actually most of the times we tend to complicate stuff that is actually simple. you know? So yeah, and the last part, it says, whereas the selfish person attributes all of these things to his own personal merits, and the incredulous person to mere chance, the one who has faith renders thanks to God and the good spirits. So long sentences are not necessary for this purpose. It's in the gospel. It says exactly these words. And I was like, all right, yeah, it couldn't be more clear than that, could it? So this is another important part here, because when it talks about selfishness and the incredulous people as well, we can just do a kind of link with human history. So if we look at the past about unbalance, I would like to talk about just a little bit with selfishness and the word called vanity or pride. So for these people that have this pride, all the things that happen in their lives Oi? They're hearing? Okay, Allah. Okay, obrigado. So, all right, we're nearly done, okay? So the next question is, what really do we mean by gratefulness, and how does it work? So the first thing is, we can start the discussion from the axiom that gratefulness is related to the experiences, right? Remember what you said before? It was related to experiences, opportunities. And therefore, it is something that is very valuable. Yes, it is very valuable, and it's freely given. So it's given to us. It's not something that we're going to create. And then we have the expression like opportunity knocks only once, don't we? In English, I think it's like this as well. So does it, like the opportunity comes only once, really? Not actually, yes. So these two things, experiences that are available and given, they need to come together, right? So they always walk together. So they are key for all of these, that we can't have an experience that is once in a while. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna be grateful just once, or sometimes I'm grateful, other times not, it's fine. No. So what's going on?
We'll have battery on the.
Okay, so we can be people who live gratefully, knowing that opportunity is a gift within every gift. All right, I feel like I'm being interviewed. So that's the interesting. It's a good. Normally, I'm on the opposite way. So, all right, and then the thing that Jackson commented before. Does that mean that we can be grateful for everything? Do you think that we can be grateful for literally everything? Yeah. Are you sure? I would say certainly not. Why? I would say why? Certainly not. Because we cannot be grateful for violence, for instance, for oppression, for exploitation, aggression, loss of a friend, and unfaithfulness, for instance. So these things we're not grateful for, right? If we stop and think. I know, I think I know.
Personal experience like this. Okay.
Yes, please make your point.
No, but you got a point over there. When you did that question, I was thinking about like my life, like I can be grateful for everything, like
for everything that I have. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Carmen.
I think we can be grateful for everything.
Yes.
Because I believe that everything has a purpose. And everything happens and has purpose because it's being permitted by God. So a violence, a war, an oppression, exploitation, aggression, whatever you put it in there, has a good at the end. I really believe that every action amounts to something good at the end. So even the bad things will have a purpose for a good result.
Yeah.
For someone.
Yeah, I understand.
Not for me, but for someone.
I understand your point. Thank you so much for your job. You should be paid for that. So I understand your point, and it's very, very accurate. I think that the action here I've put for the sense of the action itself. So the feeling, the feeling of violence, the feeling of aggression against the women, against child, against like, you know.
Yeah, you're not grateful for the action.
I can't be grateful for that, but I know that.
You can understand it.
And somehow it's still very complex to understand the reasons why someone will be acting violently against another human being or an animal. So you understand my point?
Yes, but we still have to.
Yeah, it's a long process.
But not grateful. I agree. I think grateful, if understood as a feeling, yeah, no, it doesn't show up in violence, war, or oppression. The understanding for that, the compassion for that, yes, but maybe not grateful.
Yeah.
Gratefulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think you were wanting to talk something. No, no, all right. Yeah. Just checking. Yeah.
Actions or terrible things that happen, I think if you step away for 5 minutes,
Mhm.
sometimes you realize that in the end, something great came from it, even if it's a lesson in the end, in something in the future, that you can change your actions because of what you saw.
Yep.
There's a greater good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great point. So, and then, yeah, just to complement the idea, then I put in there, we need to be grateful in every given moment for the opportunity that we have, right? Because there are opportunities and opportunities. So even when we are confronted with something that is terribly difficult or terribly bad, we raise to the occasion and then we respond to the opportunity. And if it's not good at this occasion here, there will be another opportunity just next door, just in the next corner. You know, it's just up to us to look at that and realize it and then act. Right? So coming to an end, is the question now is there a method for living gratefulness? Do you think? Is there a method? Yes, it is. That's it. Oh my God. So there is a simple method. And this is something that we learn, like when we learn to cross a street, for instance. So stop, look, and go. So 3 words. You stop, you analyze the circumstance. All right. You check what are the opportunities, and then you go for the action. And that's it. Now, in the practice, it's a little bit harder than that. So we need to always be reminding ourselves of doing that from time to time, right? So you agree with me? So good, I'm not the only one. And then, how often do we stop in reality? So we can't just rush through the life. That's what the monk David says. We need to stop, be quiet, and build the stop science in our lives. So what is the stop science? Just calm down a little bit, sit, and start analyzing what you're doing in your life. We all need this time. So sometimes we are just acting in automatic mode and we're not noticing what are the opportunities that are around, right? So maybe. Yeah.
They stop science.
Yes.
You cannot get yourself fully committed every single minute, because then you don't leave. You just
you're gonna be always living
Yeah.
for commitments, for appointments.
Yeah, absolutely.
For-
Yeah, you don't stop. So
Mhm.
I can imagine, oh, I need to stop, but I need to do something else because I'm committed with something. You don't stop.
Yeah,
Just glimpse.
it's crazy.
Don't look.
It's wild, living wild. We're not here to live wild like that. So, and the last part is about Joana de Angelis. So in the book Psychology of Gratitude, that was written by her through Divaldo Franco, she says, when you are grateful, you reach the individuation that sets you free. However, to reach this level, The path is long, attractive, fascinating, and challenging. So it's beautiful, but it's very challenging. Don't think that it's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, and they might have. I would put as it's long, attractive, challenging, fascinate, challenging, and challenging. So perhaps that is the way that we could put nowadays. So and then it comes to the video that I wanted to show you. So however, if you're still struggling to find the reasons to be grateful, here's an inspirational source. So I've got it's a 3 minutes video. I will put this one here. I need to stop sharing that one. And share.
When you consider our world from such a contrasted perspective, the need for acceptance, understanding, becomes glaringly apparent. So therefore, it concludes, if you have food in the refrigerator, clothes on your back, a roof overhead, and a place to sleep, you're reaching at 75%. Just that. Doesn't that call for some gratitude? If you woke up this morning with more health than illness, you are less than the million who will not survive this week. If you have money in your bank, any money in the bank, or even in your wallet, and spare change in a ditch someplace in your life, you are among the top 8% of the world's wealth. 92% of the people don't have that. If you can attend a church meeting without fear, that is, fear of arrest, or torture, or death, you are more blessed than 3 billion people in the world. If you've never experienced the danger of battle, or the loneliness of imprisonment, the agony of torture, or the pangs of starvation, you're ahead of 500 million people. If your parents are still alive, or still married, you are very rare, even in the United States. So, if you have the opportunity to think as you choose to think, to worship as you choose to worship, you have a little bit of change in your pocket. That's enough. You have someone that cares about you. Then you have a moment to be grateful. Treasuring our divinity means being in a constant state of appreciation for occasions to be joyful, to be happy.
Yeah, this is very interesting, isn't it? So what I had basically to share with you about gratitude and gratefulness, happiness, was that. Thank you very much for tonight. Thank you. And thank you for everyone that is connected there.
They are watching you there.
Yeah.
Now we move to the pray box, and you do the pray box as well.
Okay. Beautiful. So
Ask if anyone has anything to say.
yeah, just checking. Oh, what is this? Okay, this is the screen here. So share. So stop sharing. All right. So for you guys that are online, thank you very much for being with us. Do you have anything for adding to our discussion tonight?
Yeah.
Hello, Rodrigo. Hello, everyone.
Just
It
one
is
second, just one
useful.
second.
Can you hear
Just-
me?
Yeah, we're just changing the the system here to here. There we go.
Are you good? Great. It is always such a delight to connect with you all. I am marveled by our opportunity each day to sit in gratitude. My heartfelt thanks for bringing up this topic. It is always one thing that is coming up again and again in my life, and I want to highlight it. Maybe you also brought it up too, Rodrigo, when we are given a set of circumstances and to say, oh, there are more people who are worse off than I am, and so I am grateful for that. This is a very strange gauge for gratitude. It is like, oh, well, they're worse off than I am, but at least I am not them. This for me is profoundly flawed in its philosophy. Each of us are given a beautiful opportunity to explore this life with a given, not a given, for we are given free choice, but we are given opportunity to explore with certain circumstances and certain events. And we are given the tools to explore that with each of our individual tools. So it is in each of us to find peace with what we have been given, to explore this life with an extreme sense of profound awareness that we are creators, we are artists of this journey that is ours and ours alone for this moment. Yes, we are connected with each other and with the greater being that is oneness. But each of us is given opportunity to sit in gratitude, to find peace with what we are experiencing. If it is cancer, then we say, this is extraordinary. What is this teaching me? What is this showing me? Who is being brought? Who is this connecting me to in this time? In my situation of being or having a disability, what is this opportunity giving me to connect with others? How is it that I can connect with others and sit in that sense of awe for the creativity of life, and how we are given free opportunity to explore that life with our connections with others? But to see another and say, well, at least I'm not living that life, is to actually denigrate. Again, I used this word yesterday. It is funny. to almost cheapen the experience of others by saying, well, at least I didn't have that, and so I should be grateful. Each of us is given a set of circumstances to find peace in the divine process that is ours, to embrace everyone's journey as legitimate and to be drawn to learn from each other, but to value each other's experience and to sit in gratitude for what they are showing us through their experience. Yes, yes. So gratitude is so interwoven in our connections with everything in life. Not to compare, release the need to compare our journey with another, for we are all on journeys and we will cross paths and continue to cross paths until we release the judgment of ourselves and of others in our journeys. To release the judgment and to finally sit in gratitude for what is. It just is. Yes. And this is gratitude, to release all judgment and to say, this is remarkable. Pain is transient. Every day, I find it difficult to breathe, but it is remarkable. Every day, there is pain in my back, in my neck, but it is transient. If we dwell on it, it becomes the center of our core being, and then we lose sight of this gratitude. But if we find peace in this and to explore other things other than that pain and to elevate that pain to something that is greater, for me, it is released in that sense. It dissolves because it is love that is shown when I am in pain. As you can see, my mother, my father, my sisters are drawn to me to assist. And so it is love that is shown. And this love transcends all things. This is remarkable. But if we judge another's journey to say they are less gifted or less blessed than we are, then we are kidding ourselves and we are living in a creation of the mind, not of the heart. Yes, and we are distancing ourselves from the true experience of compassion. Yes, yes. Thank you, Rodrigo, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else that would like to contribute as well with any ideas, thoughts? No? Please everybody who comes up our prayer box and find and pray. Yes, beautiful. So that have our big tasks and we say goodbye after the prayer box, we say goodbye to our friends in Zoom. Okay, so let's do the prayer box then. First of all, okay, still in this energy that is a beautiful energy of gratitude that reunited us in here, we would like to thank the higher spirits, thank God for this opportunity tonight that was presented to us, for all the enlightenment that was for every single person here, online. Let's appreciate how beautiful it is. And now, let's elevate this vibration and send this gratefulness energy for all of those that are in need here in Australia, here in Brisbane, but also for our brothers and sisters that are in pain all over the world at this moment, with COVID, without COVID, with any other diseases. Let's send this light for them, for their friends, for their families. Believing that this light will open their eyes, open their minds, make them feel the relief, make them stop, look, analyze all the situation, be grateful. We ask God to give every single one the love, the affection that they need. And we also would like to send this light, this energy for those ones, our brothers and sisters here from PESC that couldn't come today, but they are in our minds. They are with us. Thanks, Lord. Amen. Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice one. Good night, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Listen. Good night.
Thank you.